Next lesson in our fractions review is lesson 13, addition and subtraction. And the key difference between this lesson and the last one is that the last one had all common denominators. These will not. Okay, so we need to find a common denominator. So if you look at example A, you have 3/4 and 4/5. That 4 and the 5, we need them to be the same. Okay, the quickest way to do this is if you look at the top one, if you look at the bottom denominator, it is a 5, right? So we multiply the top one by a 5/5, which is just 1, right? We multiply anything by 1, we won't change its meaning, okay? So we're not actually changing the value of the 3/4. We're just changing the denominator and rewriting it a different way, okay? So the top denominator is 4, so we're going to multiply the bottom fraction by a 4/4. So what happens now is we get this. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. Right? And now 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so we're adding these two. So now notice we have a common denominator now. Right? So 15 plus 12 is 27. And we have the 20 as our denominator. Now, if I look at my sum here, 27 over 20, that is an improper fraction. So we're going to change it to a mixed number. Okay, so we're going to divide 20 into 27. 20 goes into 27 one time. 1 times 20 is 20. 27 minus 20 is 7. So our remainder is 7. Okay, so remember from the previous units, that's our whole number, 1. That's our numerator, 7. That's our denominator, 20. 1 and 7/20. Okay. In example B, I'm just subtracting here, right? Subtracting, same issue, right? We need to have the common denominator. So the bottom denominator is 4. I'm going to multiply the top by 4/4. The top denominator is 5, so I'm going to multiply by 5/5. Okay. Now what I get is, I have to multiply horizontally. 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 4 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And I'm subtracting these now, right? 8 minus 5 is 3. Denominator is the same, 20. It's not an improper fraction, so I'll leave it as 3/20. The other ones that you'll have to add and subtract are ones that have mixed numbers in them. Okay, so let's take a look at C. Okay, so example C. Here, again, they don't have a common denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the top by 2/2, right? The bottom denominator is 2. So I'm going to multiply. I'm going to ignore the 3 for right now. I'll multiply by 2/2. Top denominator is 3, so I'm going to multiply by 3/3. Okay, so what I get here is 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And I still have that 3 left over here. Okay, here I have 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And I still have that 1 left over here. Okay, all right, so now let's go ahead and add. I have 3 plus 1 is 4. And I have 4 plus 3 is 7. Denominator 6. Okay, so now we have a mixed number, which is fine, except that the fraction is an improper fraction. Okay, so let's go ahead and divide that out. 6 into 7. 6 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay, so I have 1 and 1/6. But I had a 4 there originally, so I'm going to add the 4 to the 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5, so it's 5 and 1/6 is my answer. Okay, and then the last one is a subtraction problem. Okay, so again, I want a common denominator. They don't have common denominators. I'm going to ignore the 5 and the 2 for right now. Right, so bottom denominator is 3, so I'll multiply by 3/3. Top denominator is 2. I'm going to multiply by a 2/2. Okay, So what I have here is 5. Okay, bring that over. And then multiply horizontally. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Move the 2 over here. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And I'm going to be subtracting. Okay. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. And the 6 is our common denominator. We have a mixed number. Okay. And which is good. And key thing is our fraction is not improper. Okay. And that is our difference, 3 1/6.